how's it going? It is currently 2:22 in the morning. Um, yeah, so I'm on my way to Kaiju Brooklyn, at 2:22 a.m. I mean, technically I don't need to go this early, and this is Friday, but there's a VIP party at 6 p.m., and I want to have some time to explore the city before I go to the con, and I don't want to do what I did last time and kind of just, show up halfway through the con or just trying to rush to get there. So, that's why I'm up at 2:22, 2 o'clock in the morning, getting ready to go. But it's okay though. Like, I got some sleep midday yesterday. I worked the shift. I would have gotten to sleep earlier, later, but I had to work at till 12:30, and so what I did was go to the gym, get some exercise, and take a shower to wake myself up. So hopefully I can stay awake for the 4 to 5 hour trip that's going to take me. If I say 5, because I tend to stop, at a bunch of places. But yeah, just a vlog. And by the way, I'm just, for safety reasons, don't drive without sleep, or if you're too tired, don't drive. Seriously. I'm taking precautions, and this is not my first time driving in the middle of the night, especially to New York. So this is not my first time, and I'm awake. I've made sure I'm awake before I go. But yeah, anyway, this is going to be the opening of the video, so I'll see you guys when I get to New York, maybe. Who knows? And also, yeah, I originally recorded a video last, October, so technically last year's Kaiju Brooklyn, but I just got too lazy. I got too lazy to make the video, but hopefully this time I actually make the video. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to document where the trip is starting, because this is going to be an interesting one. Alright, well, I'll see you guys when I get there.
To me, that's very beautiful, it's very special, because what Ultraman wants us to do is figure out why we keep on messing with these kaiju. What are we doing that is kind of corroding the relationship and upsetting the balance of the universe?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I didn't really record anything yesterday. Other than some little brief snippets of the theater, or the Ultraman showing experience. Yeah, I was tired. Understandably so. But I am alive. For now. No, I'm joking, but, so the VIP entrance happens at 9, so that's cool. It's currently 10, a little after 10, so, we kind of missed that. I was tired. Alright, well, here's the thing. I woke up at 6:40 something. I was like, I could use some more sleep, especially after yesterday, where I was up for more than 24 hours. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. But yeah, I was like, I'll get in sleep for a few moments, go back to sleep, wake back up. Okay, what time is it? 9:15. Oh, I'm not making the VIP entrance. Whoopsies. Well, good thing I don't think the panels still start till noon, and Yeah, so I'm sure there'll be time to go to the vendor alley. I mean, I don't think everything's gonna be like sold out, and I'm probably not gonna get much. But yeah, we'll see what the con is like for the second time because I went here last year. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why. Anyway, we're just gonna go. Hey, well, I'm actually in the city. It was actually a pretty smooth drive, all things considering, And I mean, there is that $20 toll, but yeah, if I go Brooklyn Kaiju 3, if not, it's happening, but it's most likely happening from what I've heard. I might just, if I'm doing it one day, I might just drive into the city. It was a smooth ride. Anyway, you're about to see some footage from the con, so.
Shocking success. We have a library. When Ultraman is good and situated, maybe we'll think about other stuff. Maybe we'll do more of the mystery elements of Ultraman.
Q was in the Marvel comics.
Sure was.
Okay, so those early Ultraman Marvels, Ultra Q is a part of the continuity.
You know what's also a part of the continuity? Kaiju step. Have you seen that?
Alright guys, we got time for one more. I think I saw.
That was it. That was some efficient posing.
That was very efficient.
Very efficient posing, not lean at all. Thank you. Somebody else, Zen. We got Zen is our next competitor. Zen on.
assembled some of the best minds in the lot of Ultraman.
Those are strong words, Jake.
Very strong words. But this one's going to be a little more casual. We'll talk a little bit about Ultraman when we love it. When it's cool and rad. And then later on, we may, of course, go into general questions. Why just pondering Ultraman? Let's educate the masses. I think we should go.
Designs and suits, they're very popular, and this Godzilla becomes the standard. This is the default. This is the one you see in all different places. If you go around Japan, there's numerous monuments in this Godzilla style. You know, there's a giant life cycle.
Well, now I'm back home, and I'm going to tell you my initial thoughts of the con. It was a very fun experience, and yeah, I know I'm still using my camera even though I'm back home. I'm wiped, if I'm being honest. I'm very wiped out because I was driving all night once again, but this time I stopped to take some naps, but my body feels like crap. It doesn't help that I had 2 a.m. Denny's steak. 0 out of 10. Don't recommend it. Like, if I was Hank Hill, I would go back in the kitchen and grill them a new one and then kick their ass, because that was not a steak. That was, I don't know what that was. It was edible. I will say that. But anyways, it was a very fun trip, you know, and again, I may not sound like it was, but again, like I said, I'm operating on very little sleep right now. But I just really wanted to do something quick, you know, again, first thoughts. I'll definitely, you know, you'll probably be listening to this video. I don't know how I'm editing it because I did record like B-roll footage, but it was very fun. I had a really fun time. I really enjoyed the panels, the ones I was able to go to. There was a few that I kind of just had to pop in at the very last, you know, section of it, either because I came into the con late or because I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to the schedule, you know, and whatnot. But no, it was a fun time. I really loved the DJ. I did get a chance to talk to a lot of the artists this time around, or the vendors. I did stop at Jeff Zorno's table. I attended to his panel, of course. I got, I'll show you the hall real quick, a picture of the hall. Boom, there it is. Yeah, I got 2 comics from him. You know, and they're both signed. I was, you know, and the good thing was, like, the one thing I really wanted to get from this con was the Godzilla 70th anniversary issue, and, you know, and Jeff Zorno had it, so, you know, I was really appreciated that. I stopped at Robo 7's art, but John himself wasn't really at the table that much, because I think he was just very busy running the con, which is very understandable. It was a little bit, you know, a little busy. You know, but I did like say thanks, you know, at the very end of the show, because, you know, again, you know, it's really nice to have something that's more local, you know, something that's a 4-hour drive instead of a 13-hour drive. But no, it was definitely very nice, you know. And then I did talk with Ultraman Connection people, you know, like Jeff Gomez, yeah, so all the the people that were there for Ultraman Connection. So that was very fun. The only thing I don't remember if I showed you a picture, but the Tika Dyna Gaia shirt was from Robo 7. But I really wanted to talk about this book, which was only $25, surprisingly enough. You know, Yeah, this was from Ultrazilla, who is also a fellow YouTuber. Which, admittedly, because I'm not much of a toy collector, I didn't really, I didn't really know him until this time, But I have subscribed to him now, so I'll check him out. But yeah, he had a few books, but and I was very teetering on, like 3 books. This one, for starters, and then there was a Godzilla Final Wars book that was $30, and then there was a Heisei Ultra Kaiju book, and it was the Kaiju from Tiga all the way to Max, and at first I was like in between the Ultra Kaiju and the Godzilla Final Wars book because the Ultra Kaiju book because it's hard to sometimes get like high quality images of every kaiju. There's not a lot there, so this had like a nice collection of pictures of like each kaiju from that era in full. But it didn't have any turnarounds or anything like that, but it was still like a nice collection of pictures. The Godzilla Final Wars one was like really like, oh, this one's like really cool, and I almost picked that one up because it had the suit turnarounds, it had concept art, it had vehicle turnarounds. It was a very detailed like art book. But the reason I picked this book up over those one because 25 is definitely cheaper than 30, but I'm just gonna try to show you. I don't know if I can. Here. So we have the book. This is like all the Ultraman from like up to Ultraman Saga, because I think this book came out around the time Ultraman Saga came out. But as you can see here, it has display of attacks, but most importantly, it has I gotta angle this somehow. I don't know if you can see it. It's weird, but it has turnarounds. My thumb is literally right there. It has turnarounds for the Ultra Suits. And while I do have Ultraman figures, I have, I have Ultra Axe of Ultraman, Ultra 7, Jack, Ace, Taro, and Ultraman Tiga, and I have SH Figuarts Blazar. I don't have money to keep buying articulated figures or or the shelf space, for that case, I don't have room or money for all these figures. So to have a book with turnarounds for Ultraman, which I'm going to be drawing, that was a reference opportunity that I could have passed on. I think the only downsides to the con, I think, more like my concern is that I'm worried that Kaiju Brooklyn's going to quickly outgrow the venue that is Industry City. Don't get me wrong, Industry City is a pretty nice venue. There's a lot to do. There's some businesses that you can go to. There's more than just a con there. But the thing is, it was a very confusing layout where the panels are, because the panels were split between different areas and different bars, and some of the bars, they didn't exactly have room to accompany, people are actually going to be here sitting down. I mean, most of them did, but the one bar, it was like literally a corner with like 3 couches, around the table. It's like, this is not meant to be used as a panel, and then the other one, it was a bar, but it wasn't really set up again as panel. There was a stage, but it was definitely more like
typical tables, or like the bar didn't like set up anything for that, and then again, like the layout was a little confusing at first, just wondering where to go, and it didn't help that there wasn't any signs. We just had to go off the map that was provided on the paper flyers and whatnot. And yeah, I'm getting up because I'm boiling water for mac and cheese, and yeah, I'm making myself mac and cheese. And I think it's about okay. It's getting close. I have it made medium, so don't have to worry about. But yeah, and I was talking to my friend Yoko, who he also had a panel. He did 2 panels. I unfortunately only made it to the tail end of his first panel, the first panel he was in, and then I was there for his main panel. But yeah, no, it was oh, sorry, I want to turn around, but it's I don't want to accidentally leak out my address or anything like that because windows and whatnot. We did mention that it would be nice that there would be signs or whatnot. But we also understand that, hey, that might be something that's out of Kaiju Brooklyn's control, because of the venue. And that's, again, and the thing is, another reason why I'm saying I'm afraid it's going to outgrow the venue, sooner rather than later, is because the Industry City is not closed off. It's very much open to the public, so it's busy on top of all of us attending the con. So it's it makes things a little hectic to low crowd, a little hectic, which I guess for New Yorkers, that's nothing. And I'm more upstate, so I'm not much of a city person, obviously. But that is a definite concern. I will say there was one area that did host a panel that, again, because I was late, because I overslept, I only popped in the tail end. It was in the same building that was used to be the House of Robo 7, which was mainly used for the rest of the day to play Ultraman Antique episodes. And then I think later on I saw Sakura Central set up their table or whatnot there. And I think the gesture was nice to have an area where you can watch Ultraman Antique. But I will be honest, I think that space would have been better utilized if it was a more dedicated panel space. I mean, instead of again having to hop between different bars and whatnot, if you just kept because and I'm mentioning this as well, I popped in my head a couple of times and there was not many people there watching Ultraman Antigua, so it was one of those I think it would have been better used if you just kept it mostly for panels, or if you want to grow vendors, have more vendors, have it be have more vendors set up there, which I will bring up concern. It's the vendors were the same as last year, and it was pretty much set up the same way as last year, if I remember correctly, almost to a T. And it's one of those I want to see all those vendors return for Kaiju Brooklyn 3, but I'm also worried that with this venue they're not going to be able to get more vendors. I would like to table there, honestly. I mean, that would be nice. I have a bunch of art prints and stickers I would like to get rid of. But yeah, it's one of those there's some concerns. I would mention, and there was concerns with the screening area because it was outdoors, which we were lucky. The weather was very nice. we didn't have to worry about that. But for the VIP party, the lights were on up ahead, so it made it hard to actually really watch the screen. But thankfully, when it came to the main day, the lights were off, so we could watch Return of Godzilla, which is good because that's a much darker movie than Mega Monster Battle, Ultra Galaxy Legends, the movie. Um, no, I'm sorry, it's Ultra Galaxy Legends, Mega Monster Battle, the movie. Maybe, I don't know. Titles are weird, man. I'm tired. But yeah, no, like, again, these are just, again, concerns that I have, and I realize this is more of like, oh, I'm kind of given my whole thing, and I thought this was going to be a real quick thing, but yeah, no, like, overall, I'm very excited to see Kaiju Brooklyn grow, see what Kaiju Brooklyn 3 is going to do, and that's the one thing, it's like, you have to understand this is still a very new convention, and it's a very young convention, and I know some of the things I may be addressing might be not feasible because this is a smaller convention. It's a fan-run convention, from what I understand. And granted, they did get sponsors, like they got Subaraya backing them up, for example, this year. So that was good. But it is definitely like I do want to just bring these up for the future because I think it is important to bring these, concerns and maybe critiques up, for especially a young, convention, for a young convention that is, that definitely has that energy of we want to grow, we want to do better, and that's like so I think it's very important like that, but again, I had a fun time, and I love the DJ, by the way. The DJ was very fun. I sang along with a couple of the Tokusatsu songs, and he also sang some original songs, which I think that was perfectly fine. I think, he was more than, able to do it. I can't speak on the after party because I had to skedaddle. I really just wanted to head out because 4-hour trip that turned longer because of naps and food, but it's okay. I needed to get groceries and the stores didn't open till 6, so it was kind of good that I was like taking my time back home. But no, it was definitely a fun time. I'm hoping I'll be able to get to go Kaiju Brooklyn 3 because I do know, because of my vehicle situation right now, I'll be honest, it was looking a bit dicey whether or not if I was going to be able to go or not. But no, thankfully I was able to go and I had a great time. Yoko, it was nice catching up with you again. I'm tripping over my words. And I really am looking forward to see where this show goes, because I only see the show going up. And I do think, if they continue to grow like this, it will be a definite competitor to the likes of, say, G-Fest, which has been the main dominant tokusatsu, kaiju convention in the US. And I know there's Power Morphicon, but that's a very, that has its own issues too, and that's very more Power Rangers focused. I'm not getting into convention drama, but I just really wanted to say Kaiju Brooklyn, I'm so happy we have a more local Northeast convention for kaiju and tokusatsu media, and I really look forward to what the future holds for this convention. I might just end the video here. I think this is a great send off because I just spilled my heart off. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. And if I get this video out on time, that means next week, or the next video, will be my Ultraman Rising first impression. because I definitely plan on watching that as soon as I get out of work. I'll be definitely staying up to make sure I watch Ultraman Rising as it airs on Netflix, because I won't be able to go to New York a second time this month to go see it in theaters. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. And Kaiju Brooklyn, once again, thank you for having this event. And I'm really excited for the future. And as always, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care and shwatch.